I was like, again? Really? No way. That is not a boring feeling. That is an excitement. Hi everyone, สวัสดีค่ะ Once again, a very welcome back to Mimi Recap, and I hope everyone is having an amazing day. As promised, I come back with the recap of Triad, an upcoming BL series in this April 2022. Triad is an upcoming BL series from TV Thunder, the same producer of Manner of Death, so you can rely on them, and this will be a good one. The original novel is written by my favorite writer, Dr. Salmon or Salmon Scene. Since she is a doctor, most of her works are related to medical story. She is also the writer of Euthanasia Transplant, of course, Manner of Death, and surprisingly, Bite Me as well. What is Triad? Triad is a procedure used in the hospital to prioritize an emergency case. They categorize the severity by the color, such as red, green, yellow, or white. For example, if the case is red, the patient has to be treated immediately since it's severe, while the white case can wait. And this is the brief meaning of Triad. Triad is the story of Dr. Tin, who always woke up in the same place, same time, and faced the same incident for several times. And we will refer to this as a loop because he's looping again and again on the same night, right? Apart from the word chapter 1, 2, 3, 4 used in the novel, the writer also added loop 1, loop 2, 3, 4, 5. Some of the loop is long and it couldn't finish in one chapter, so you can see some loop occupies so many chapters. For example, you can see loop 11 in so many chapters. On the night of 18th, around 10 p.m., there's an emergency case coming in. It was a bike accident and the patient was a good-looking university student named Ton. Dr. Tin woke up in the same loop for 3 times and the same thing happened. He couldn't save the boy's life. He was so sick and tired of going back again and again and again. So he thought by himself that if he could change things, for example, to save his life, he might be able to get out from this loop. And as a doctor, yes, he wants to save his patient's life. And he was wondering also why he lost this patient, because he followed all the correct procedures and treatments. So Dr. Tin decided to sleep again at the same place since he realized lately he will wake up in the last sleeping place. Yes, he woke up again on the night of 18th and guess what? He lost Ton again. Then Dr. Tin went to consult Dr. Bun, my sweetheart. Because Dr. Bun is a specialist, right? By the way, this bike accident was by himself. He was not crashed from anyone. Autopsy report shows that actually Ton is suffering from a heart problem. Just to make it easy for you guys, the wall of the heart is too thick. And if he performed any heavy activities, that will trigger the problem. Now, Dr. Tin has a clear plan in his mind. He had to go back to get the name of the boy. So now Dr. Tin got the name of the boy. Now we know his name is Ton. Ton is a 4th-year university student and he is very popular, handsome. So the purpose to turn back time this time is to warn Ton not to perform any heavy duties because he might have a heart attack from it. However, several attempts failed since Dr. Tin approached Ton in a very strange manner, like go directly to him and warn him that okay, you're gonna die of heart attack. So now you know that Dr. Tin needs a good planning because he will never know if he can turn back time again or not, right? Now he turned back time again and started to know the timeline of Ton's life before the day Ton passed away. Before that, Ton proposed girlfriend. Then Ton was fighting with the girlfriend's ex-boyfriend and that triggered the heart problem and led to the cause of death in that night. Since Dr. Tin went back so many times, like so many times, he felt like he's a part of Ton's life and a special feeling established. And each time Dr. Tin went back, he went back further, like further and further every time. Dr. Tin managed to save Ton's life finally and the loop eventually ended. Yes, but the next day in the real timeline, like real time, Ton went into coma again, and guess what? He's dead again. Up to this point, you guys must be wondering why it has to be Dr. Tin who has to turn back time and save Ton's life again and again and again, and why all these things happen. So this is a surprise of the novel. I don't think this is the spoiler yet. The novel will take us back to the time when they were young, they met already, and there was one of the life event, and this event makes them come back to see each other again when they grew up. But guys, what if the last time that Dr. Tin went back to save Ton's life and it happened to be Dr. Tin himself who's dead instead of Ton? This one we need to find out. So this one is the real thrill. So guys, this is the only brief story that I can tell you guys. It is very interesting, right? I cannot tell you more, otherwise I will spoil the charm and the surprise of the story. So let's talk what do I like about it. The novel started off with a busy activities in the hospital by the medical practitioners, so many cases, so many mess happening around, just to lay up the vibe of the hospital. Some of the readers might quit at this point because everything was too technical and boring. But I will tell you, if you want to read the novel, it is worth it to spend time with all the characters from the beginning of the story, so you can feel that you are a part of them and you will get emotionally engaged.
Okay.
The second thing I like about it is, even the story sounds so serious, right? But there are still positive vibes and humor in it, and I think this is the charm of this writer. You can see the relationship between the staff in the hospital. You can see how they work together, the fun, the stress, the challenge, and so on and so forth. Next, the effect on the reader. I feel so tired reading this novel, because I feel Dr. Tin that he has to go back again and again and again, and he couldn't do anything and he couldn't help Ton. I was like, again, really? No way. But that is not a boring feeling. That is an excitement and curiosity. You really want to know, like, then how? Next what? You will think of all the possibility, like, okay, next loop, what he will do, what he can change. And that is the charm of it. Like all other works from Dr. Salmon, a lot of technical terms. But for me, it's interesting, it's fun, and it's educative. I don't mind. I feel like I'm a PhD student reading this. The last one, I really like a development between Dr. Tin and Ton. It went slowly, it's very cute, and I feel like I'm the friend of Dr. Tin, because most of the time we spend time with Dr. Tin, right? I feel like I support him, we support him, and we feel him. And that's it, guys. Whoever read the novel already, you can share your experience below. I really love it. Like, I don't know, I feel like now I love this one the most among all the works of Dr. Salmon. Khun Sam has a very good planning. If you don't have a good planning, you can't write this kind of novel. The plot is not so new, right? That we can turn back time and the loop and the dream in the dream in the dream in the dream. But she makes it very interesting, and the best thing is, it is a BL. I hope to see you again in my next recap. If you like the video, do not forget to click like. If you don't like, click dislike and tell me why. Take care, guys, and I will see you again. Bye!